Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 21, 21. 180! Tight right. General West.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 38-yard line.
Here we go,
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Garoppolo looks to throw. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
That's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down.
Here we go, here we go. 180! I'm here all day. Whip.
They'll try to run with Hines. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Naeem Hines, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away.
Move 15. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Hey, let's go. It's time to cross. I got it. Zebra. Check 24. Check 24.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abuka has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop.
Check tight. Rush. No pass. No pass. Rush in. Hold up.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Deep ball for Goodwin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
He got 29 yards that time. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, it's Hines. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Nyheim Hines with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you bring some doubt in their minds.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On first down, this is Geis. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 45 on second down, Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, You enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Touch Missy, touch Missy.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Jam, 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 jam.
Saturday.
Now Wilson. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Caleb Wilson, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
11.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, 4 down.
11.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go. 180.
There we go. Check. 53's mine. Check.
21.
Garoppolo on first down. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down.
Here we go. 180.
Check 53. They're not ready for this, man. They're not.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here we go. 180.
Number 53. Mike 53.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Touchdown, Packers. DJ Moore with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point good by Prater, and it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Fair. 57. Mike, 57.
To throw is Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here we go. 180! 65.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 57 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Here we go,
so barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Tight. 4 down. Check.
21. Here we go.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. A good pickup there, a 22. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for it. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal?
80 weapon. Shift. Hey, alert!
Now Garoppolo. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Alert flare.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Off.
14.
They go play action now. Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at
because
all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
Single. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hey guys, listen.
Out of the gun, Geis. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Gun.
I got you. You're all mine.
Alert.
57.
14, front it.
From the 22, Wilson. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Darius Geis, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here we go.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Sideline throw, that's caught by Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait,
Mike, let's go, defense. Our time.
12.
Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. Over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
3 down.
11.
This is Hines. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
13.
Garoppolo now. And he's got it. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Second and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. Here's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Intended for Marquise Brown. Incomplete. Brings up third down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Geis with a carry on second down. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Waiting.
57. Kill.
Check.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brings up second
and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Got it.
Check 50.
Got it.
On the ground, it's Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On third down, Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Green Bay.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo,
11.
15 out of 17 through the air, only 2 incompletions. It's first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Here we go.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
12, fellas, here we go.
Hey, check. 3 down.
1, Omaha.
Check out read.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
Here we go. 180. 2.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Garoppolo. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there this time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. This is Geis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
57. Switch up, switch up.
On second and 12, Wilson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
57 to Mike. 59.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. So into Packer territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46.
14. Let's go.
Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch twist.
Hold up.
Check.
Play action. Now Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28.
That's good for a Steelers first down.
Bring it up.
280.
First and 10 at the
Coming for you,
28-yard
son.
line.
I'm coming for you, son.
Here's Geis. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Push him back.
Hey, easy. Check.
On second and 9, Wilson. It's hauled in by Wilson, 6'4" tight end. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 12-yard line.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Got it.
Check 9. Check 31.
All goes special.
Now a run with Geis. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Blue 80.
7, Mike 57. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Touch 50, touch 50.
Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
51, Mike 51. Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Kill.
Reload. Hey, easy, cut.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. They'll roll him out right. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Well, for a second there, I had flashbacks to a few years ago, the NFC Championship game for the Packers, but here they're able to hold on.
Here we go.
And many things changed in Green Bay after that game. Personnel, people coaching, the whole deal. And in this case, they get it done. No fail like they had in Seattle.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run with Hines. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He finds some open field here. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Gano the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
On third down, Hines. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be fourth down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Zero.
Mike 50.
Hey, alert.
Let's set a tone.
Hey.
43.
Tempo.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Your shot. Hey, take your shot. Back to huddle. Shot back to huddle.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Check.
4th down. Here's Wilson. Buying time to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Wilson now, operating from the gun, and finding the tight end Wilson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Now Wilson, and this is caught at the 8. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On second and goal, Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit